if you're not 100% sure if you have enough coverage liability-wise if somebody were to sue you, then you probably don't have enough. Now, that's why I'm talking about umbrella policies today, and Just Get an Umbrella Policy Already is the title of today's episode. Because most people that we talk to may not have this many times vital form of protection. When I was in high school, I was driving on the Garden State Parkway, which if you've ever driven on the Garden State Parkway in New Jersey, can be a little bit of a dangerous situation. A lot of cars going fast, driving aggressively. And when I was going over one of the bridges there was a car that fell asleep. The driver fell asleep next to me, came into our lane, hit the car in front of me, and then I wound up hitting in front of that car. So it was a big crash. Everybody thankfully was okay. Everybody walked away fine. But 2 years later, or just under 2 years later, which was the limitation at the time, they sued me and they sued the driver next to them. Out of this lawsuit, we went through all the court proceedings, and if I didn't have the proper protection, depending on how much this person was awarded, I may or may not have had to pay money out of pocket. Now, fortunately, we did have an umbrella policy, and this is what an umbrella policy does. If you go into your homeowners and auto insurance, you're going to see a liability protection amount. So it might be $300,000, it might be $500,000. It's probably somewhere in that range. What that is protecting you for is if somebody gets into an accident, somebody crashes into you, you rear end somebody, and then all of a sudden they have neck issues or they have whatever it might be. That's a situation where if they win the lawsuit and they sue you for $1 million and you only have $500,000 of protection, well, you're going to be on the hook for a couple $100,000 there, and you can have the best plan already put into place. You might be saving great, and it can all blow up right in front of your eyes. So having this protection in place, having additional coverage, if God forbid that ever happens to you, like it happened to me, is something that you really should do. So the umbrella policy, it's called an umbrella policy because it goes over your auto and your home insurance policy and adds an additional $1 million or more on top. So if you look at your policy right now and you have $300,000 of liability protection, now you have $1.3 million of liability protection. And an umbrella policy generally costs somewhere in the range of $300 per year. So for $300 per year, $25 per month, that's basically nothing to cover that catastrophic scenario if somebody were to sue you, in my opinion, and most people's opinions, I think, is money well spent. So take a look at your policy, see how much coverage you have now, and adding an umbrella policy could very likely be a prudent additional step to give you that extra liability protection if you or somebody that you care about happens to be in that situation. So thanks for joining me today, and more great information to come.